for Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic, and we're going to be talking about Louis Vuitton price increases, but not in the way that you think. So let's go ahead and get into it. For whatever reason, if you're a canvas lover and you still want that logo luxury vibe, luxury bag with the LV canvas monogram print or damier ebene or whatever, I got some options for you. So if you are not willing to pay the prices that LV has reached for whatever reason, keep on watching. I got some options for you. First up, for my luxury girls or boys out there that love bags, you already know the obvious choice that I'm going to tell you about. For my new people, I'm talking about a German brand called MCM. So if you're looking for that same, just like for like, where you have, it's a luxury brand, you have the brown or tannish background with the logos splattered everywhere like a stamp and repeat, MCM gives you that. And some of their styles are very similar to the Louis Vuitton classics that they have as well, but not at the same price point. So you can still get that vibe, but not spend that same amount of money. So we're talking about the Air and Crossbody is a nice option. That one's coming in at $790. So we're below the $1,000 mark, which is a rarity these days with luxury bags. And the Dussault, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the bucket bag. So that was going to be more similar to the LV Noé. The medium size is $990. We're still under that $1,000 mark. And then the larger size is $1,200, where I looked on the LV website and the Noé was $2,000. I think $2,030. So you're getting a lot of savings. And if you're like me, where it's like, well, if in my mind I was going to spend $2,000 and now I have an extra $800 or more, then I can get another bag. So I get two for the price of one. So, there you go. You're welcome. All right, and then next up is going to be the Minuchin. Sorry, I cannot pronounce these correctly, but this one, the mini, is $990. This one seems similar to, style-wise, similar to the Pochette Métis, which is now $2,500. I personally like the Pochette Métis, but there's reasons that I would not buy it, other than the price. I don't like the interior construction, but anyway, that's for another day. If you want to know about that, throw that in a comment down below and I'll tell you. And also like this video, please. Okay, so the mini's $990. It looks like and then it looks like I got two prices on here and I don't know which is which. So I see $1,090 and I see $1,600. So between one of those, that is the price for the larger size, or maybe that's the mini, small, and then large. I didn't do too well with the notes there. So, there you go. So those are going to be some options, just definitely obvious like for same type of vibe, same type of thing there. So if you are at this point of the video, I cover luxury topics related to handbags usually, and that is new and pre-owned bags. I can't even think of what my own channel's about, huh? I also throw in fashion related things. I also I do lifestyle type of topics and show you things that I like, as well as hair product reviews. So if any of that sounds interesting, I really would appreciate if you would take the time to like this video at this point if you have not, as well as consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. There are some extra videos that'll be in the description box down below. Check those out. Also watch to the end, and YouTube will suggest another related video to me that you can watch as well. Okay, so now we're going to go into another brand that you may not have heard of before, and that is going to be Anya Hindmarch. Now remember, we're talking about canvas lovers, so these are for the canvas lover people out there. If you love canvas, keep watching. All right, so Anya Hindmarch, it is an English-based brand, and I have seen descriptions of Anya Hindmarch more like a quirky type of luxury company, where they do make the bags. Have you seen the handbags that have like the little funny looking eyeballs on them, or the she does like novelty type of bags, like at the luxury level. Kate Spade does novelty. Anya Hindmarch does novelty too, and they have these cute sequin bags that are like, one's a Twix. It's designed to be sequin and look like Twix, or sequin and look like a champagne bottle, and so on. So Anya Hindmarch does that kind of stuff too, as well as like the normal type of styles. And so I like the plastic bottle line as an option because we're talking about canvas here. So what I read up on it was you have that environmental factor because it's made out of plastic bottles, which is really neat. And the way that they, do their chemistry, their lab work, formulate it, put it together, fabrication and all of those things, then you end up with this canvas-like material from those plastic bottles. So I think you got a twofer, right? You got canvas and you got an environmental factor where it's made from something like recycled materials, which is really great to do. All right, so we got the motif tote, which is a nice option, and that comes in at just above $1,000, $1,050. The camera crossbody, which LV doesn't really have a crossbody, but I thought it was a nice option to throw in here as a smaller bag, and that one's $625. The thing that I really like about Anya Hindmarch's patterns are you're still getting that canvas, right? So that's the point of this video. You are still getting kind of that patterned print on your bag, but guess what? You don't have to look like the same 15 people that you saw at the airport with their LV never full, because you got a different style, fits everything in the kitchen sink type of bag. But I feel like it could potentially blend more with your outfit and be an element of freshness and uniqueness while staying with the vibe that you want, which is that durability of canvas, being able to fit everything in it, or whatever you're buying canvas for, it fits those reasons. So definitely check out Anya Hindmarch. All right, next up is going to be Etro. So Etro has been around since the 80s. So obviously it's not like LV and can say that they've been around for 100 years, but that's okay. A luxury fashion house that's been around that long, where we're talking about since the 80s, so we're talking about 40 years. That is commendable. So Etro is very well known for their iconic paisley print. And I was going to show you something. So let me grab this right quick that I wanted to show you from Etro. So one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because there are other brands that are out there that do canvas well. And Etro is one of those. And I like to have things that are a little bit different. So kind of move with the crowd, but not be parallel to the things that everybody's buying. Hopefully that makes sense. And so when there was so you guys remember the toiletry pouch, and there was a toiletry 15, and I wanted it for a while, and finally the price got to the point, I think like 2 years ago, where it was just I was not paying that amount. I drew a line in the sand and I said, okay, it's not worth $400. We're already paying a premium. I'm not paying over $400 for a canvas small little pouch that I'm going to stick in my bag. Now, Etro has an option for you. I'm sorry if my hands are ashy. They look like they are. I didn't put on any lotion. Let's try it like this. That way you don't see my ashy knuckles. Okay, so this Etro pouch, which I've done a couple of videos on already, this is comparable to the LV Toiletry 15. Same style. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Has a treated leather tab. Now, the only difference is the interior is not wipeable, but it still gives me my same vibes. The canvas feels lovely. It feels thick. It feels textured. It feels durable. It feels all the things that I want the LV item for. Now, is it an LV item? No. But is it a great option? And am I sad that I don't have the LV item? Truthfully, after a few months of using this, I'm just kind of like, so what? I got something and it's a really nice piece. So that's at least how I feel. But ultimately, if that's your goal, if you feel like you're not going to be satisfied, go after the LV item. I'm not, do what you feel right with. But yeah, so with Etro, let's go ahead and get into some options. So Etro has a bucket bag that's made out of this paisley print. They also have introduced this geometric print on top of the paisley print, which I think make this cool kind of mixture of different, I was about to say textures, but I don't want to say that word. Patterns. Yes, there we go. Patterns. So you have the bucket bag that ranges from 600. I was about to say 16. That's not right. $690 to $920. The geometric print is a little bit more special because it's got the geo print painted on top, and that's $950. So we are well below the $1,000 mark with these options, and at least $1,000 or more lower than the Noe, which will be the closest one to the Etro bucket. Okay, so next up is going to be the paisley shoulder bag. That one comes in at $550, which I think is a great option. I talked about the pouch, and I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you the price of the pouch. So the LV pouch, the Etro pouch that is titled as a clutch on Etro's website is $250. Yes, you heard me, $250. Okay, so come on, just give another brand a try. Just give them a try. All right, so talked about that. The Kirigami pouches I think are cool because I think the LV ones are coming at $700 to $900 if I remember correctly, somewhere around there. And I like the Kirigami one because we got that geometric pattern. These are really cool and cute, and they're $440. I really want to get these, but I don't see a point, so I'm gonna try to not do it. But I think these are great options. Okay, next up is going to be another brand, Carolina Herrera. I know you're probably like, what? Who? If you watch Victoria McGrath, who is a big influencer out there, fashion influencer, she actually is a brand partner, I think, or a brand ambassador. I think that's the right word. Brand ambassador with Carolina Herrera. So, all right. Carolina Herrera, let me just give you a quick spiel here. Carolina Herrera, it has a canvas line of items which are, her bags are very gorgeous and beautiful. It's a Venezuelan company. Actually, she used to be a publicist. She had amazing style. And for that, she ended up coming up with her own line. Okay, so Carolina Herrera is really known for, you probably have heard of her designs mentioned because first ladies have worn them. They're on really big actresses on red carpets. Well, CH Carolina Herrera has now a more lifestyle type of brand. Still luxury prices, still luxury prices, okay? But the price point for her bags are, you still get that craftsmanship, you still get that quality, you still get that beautiful detail and design, and they are not as expensive as some of these other brands that are really, really, really out there with the prices, okay? So I'm not going to say this right, but I think this is inspired by the Russian dolls that kind of fit into each other, and it's much... I'm not going to do it. You'll see it down here on the top. I'm not even going to try to butcher the name. So the locked one, which kind of reminds me of the style of the Hermes Picotin, gives you kind of those vibes. This one's $9.90, and they also have the editor's tote. The editor's tote is a really good option because I want to say the editor's tote, I don't have my images in front of me. I probably should pull it up. But the editor's tote I think is a good option to go with. Gives you that kind of same vibes, but a canvas, right? But from a different brand. This, a brand that's more affordable. And these bags come in at $830 to $1260. So we're still well under, these LV prices. Okay, and then next is going to be the shopping tote. I'm pretty sure, if I'm going by memory, the shopping tote, I'm just being lazy and I don't want to pull it up on my phone. But I believe the shopping tote is very similar to kind of the on-the-go. And so those on-the-goes, I think, are like $3,500 and up, if I'm not mistaken. So these are $830 to $990. Okay, so I think these are some really good options. Let me know if there was any new brand that I mentioned that maybe you're now considering. Let me know if you've heard of any of these before. Throw your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.